Okay, welcome back. Hold down the space bar and whatever tool you have selected turns into the hand. And then we can move around our image. The next thing we're going to do is use the stamp visible to select the little fringe and copy it onto a new layer. So just like we did with the horizon, grab the marquee, make a big selection, layer new via copy or Command J, double click where it says layer 1 and name your layer little horizon. And then we need the move tool. Shortcut is V. With little horizon selected, grab it, move it up to the top. Now, we need to rotate this, but we don't want to go to image rotation, or it will rotate the entire file. Let's go to Edit, Transform, Rotate 180. And then it just does that on the one layer. And then using the arrow keys on your keypad, we are just going to kind of line that up. And if it doesn't line up perfectly on the sides, don't worry too much because we will be doing a little bit of retouching. If you want to take the opacity down on that layer to help line it up, you can see we had a little too high. So I'm just going to use the arrow key to line that up a little bit. Okay, then bring the opacity back up. And we do the same thing. We add a layer mask onto that layer, and not with the pixel thumbnail, but with the layer mask thumbnail selected, we grab the B tool, the brush tool, and with black in front, we start hiding some of the mask. Now you'll notice, if you zoom in a little, that there's a tonality difference, right? It's a little darker up here than it is down here. So we have this weird line. What I'm going to do is hit X to put the white in the front, and I'm going to make my brush a lot softer. And then I'm going to kind of blend that in, right? So it doesn't, we don't need to see that line. Now, if your brush is too feathered like mine is, you'll see that you are actually going into the image. So hit Brush, X to put black in the front, and then you can just clean that up, right? But that soft brush is going to keep it from looking like we've got a couple tonal values in there, okay? Now the sides, just get them until they look pretty good. If there's a little hiccup here and there, right, we can clone that. But this is actually looking really good. So I'm going to Command minus, back out. And what we did is we copied this using the marquee from the stamp visible onto little fringe. Then we moved little fringe up to the top. We rotated it, and we used the layer mask in the brush with different hardnesses to blend it in. So I think it's looking pretty good. The next thing we want to make sure is somehow we've kind of cut his hat, and I think that is probably the little horizon layer. So let's go back there. If you're on the thumbnail pixel thumbnail, this is what will happen. It doesn't mask, hide, or reveal. It actually paints right on it. So let's Command Z to get out of that. Make sure you have the layer mask thumbnail selected. And there we go. We just took kind of a big chunk out of it. And then we needed to make sure we had the hat back. Now it's a little funky up here. So I'm going to make the brush smaller, hit X to put white in the front, and clean that up. Make my brush a little harder. X to put black in the front, and then just clean up that edge. Right. Okay, this is looking great. We are almost done.